Hi, and welcome back to A Better Choice Homestead and another episode of Tasty Tuesday. Tonight, I am going to be doing the simplest of recipes, one that I have made hundreds of times over the years. It is so quick and so easy, and it truly is delicious. We're going to be doing baked chicken thighs with garlic and green beans, and that's it. It is as simple as that. So let me bring you down and I'll show you the ingredients, how I put them together. But first, I'm going to preheat the oven right now to 450 degrees. Now, while that's preheating, we're going to get everything prepped and then put it in the oven. It's going to bake for about 40 minutes. So this is about 45 minutes in all, but it's only hands-on for a couple of minutes. Let's get started. We are starting with a family pack of chicken thighs. There are 8 thighs in here. I might not use all of them, but I'm going to try. We're also starting with some green beans that have been washed. We're just going to chop those up. And I've got some garlic here as well. I am using 5 cloves of garlic. That is to your preference. You can use more, you can use less. So chicken is a wonderful source of protein. The fat content is about 9 grams of fat without the skin and double that with the skin. And I'm going to be leaving the skins on for this. Chicken is a complete protein, so it contains all 9 of the essential amino acids that we need in our bodies and that our bodies don't make on its own. And all chicken, whether it's white meat or dark meat, contains tryptophan, which raises the levels of serotonin in your brain, making us feel better. So chicken actually makes you feel good. So I'm going to start by just putting the chicken into the bottom of a casserole dish that I have just put a little bit of olive oil in. I want enough room in this pan for green beans as well, so I might not use them all. We're going to give it a try though. I'm going to season the chicken. On my chicken, I like to put black pepper, salt. I use Redmond's real salt most of the time. That's what I keep on my counter for everyday use. I also like heat. We like heat here, so I add a pinch of red pepper flake as well. That's optional. I'm also going to add a little garlic powder, even though we're going to be using fresh garlic as well, and onion powder. So this is my typical spice mix for a lot of meat. So I use this on chicken, I use this on pork, sometimes on beef. And that's it. The chicken's ready. Now we're going to get to the beans and the garlic. For the garlic, we need to get the jackets off. I have a little garlic roller here, and that makes pretty easy work of taking it out of the jacket. And then I am just going to dice this up pretty small, almost to a minced size. So I'm going to do little planks here. And then I'll just run my knife through them crisscross both ways to get them minced. We like garlic here, so we don't mind it if it's a little chunkier. I'm gonna set that aside for a minute. This is a lot. This is a lot of food. It's a lot of beans. It's a lot of chicken. I might end up having to use 2 pans. I'm okay with that because this is great leftover. It's great as a quick lunch or even as a repeat dinner. Just nice to have it in the fridge for not having to cook a meal that week. So I'm just cutting these down into thirds or halves, just more bite-sized pieces. And I'm not trying to be precise or pretty on this. I really just like good food that tastes good. It doesn't have to look like it was served in a 5-star restaurant, even though it will taste like it was. Again, this is a lot of green beans. I'm going to put them back in the colander just so I can move the pan back over here. Okay, here's our chicken. We're just going to fit the green beans in. That looks pretty good. I'm just going to save these maybe for tomorrow. Now I'm going to take that garlic and I'm going to sprinkle it over the green beans across the pan. And now we just have to season the green beans. So I'm going to use some salt. Some pepper. And a little bit of olive oil. Since this is going to be roasting for 40 minutes in the oven, we want to make sure that it has some oil on it. That's it. Now we're just waiting for the oven to come up to temp. No sooner did I get this cutting board cleaned off that the oven temp came up to 450. So I'm going to put this in the middle rack of the oven and I am going to let it go for about 40 minutes. I'll check it after 35. You could let it go for 30. We like the chicken crispy on the top and the bottom. So for me in my oven, that's 40 minutes, but you should probably check on it after 30 or 35 minutes. Voila. Beautifully browned, crispy chicken with garlicky green beans. Mine actually went for 45 minutes. Um, I let it go just a little bit longer because there's so much food in here. A couple of them got a little extra brown. We don't mind that. We like it crispy. So I'm going to let this cool down for just a minute and then I will plate it up. Here we have it. Juicy, flavorful chicken with some roasted garlic and green beans. The green beans cooked in that little bit of olive oil and then also in the juices from the chicken. So let's give those a taste. Mm. They're really tender. They're really tasty. I just got one of those hot pepper flakes at the back of my throat, but I do like hot pepper, so we're good. We're good. Mm, that's delicious. Let's check out the chicken. You can see it's cooked through, it's cooked beautifully. It's still very, very juicy. That's amazing. The chicken is really tender. It's really juicy. It has a lot of flavor. It's a win. It's always a win. It is a simple dish, kind of a no-fail dish. Thank you for joining me again in my kitchen tonight. My name is Kelly. You're at A Better Choice Homestead, and I hope you visit again soon.